Welcome everyone guys, I'm Fausto Carnevale, Italian accountant, and in this video I decided to show you a tax simulation for the regime forfettario, forfait regime. As I said in previous videos, one of the best tax regimes in Europe. If you earn less than 85,000 euro as a freelance or as independent worker. Now, this was a tax simulation that I did for a couple, and I decided to leave the two columns, first person, second person, so you can see that, for instance, if you are moving to Italy with your spouse, with your wife, with your husband, you can basically use two times this tax regime. And so you can basically, as a couple, earn 170,000 euro. But let's just focus on one person, of course. What I wanted to share in this video is the logic of the calculation. So, as I said, suppose that we earn 85,000 euro per year. With this tax regime, as we said in other videos, you cannot deduct costs. So the only thing that you can do is that you can have, or you will have, a percentage of profit. What does it mean? The government assumes that your profit on top of your earning is 78%. This 78% depends on the activity that you are doing. In this case, we made this number because the person was a generic consultant, okay? But it depends on what is your business activity. Then, suppose, they assume that, so you have 22% of costs. Even if you don't have to prove those costs with any invoice. The net profit is 66,300 euro. Why this number is important? Because basically this is the number. On top of that, we have to calculate the famous social contribution tax and tax on profit for the first 5 years. So, as you see, here I calculated 5% multiplied the net profit. And here I calculated this. Please note that the social contribution, this is the gestione separata, which is let's say, if you are a generic consultant, you use this specific percentage, let's say. So, combined, you are paying, here I made the sum, 20,000 euro of taxes. Actually, it's not taxes, it's taxes plus social contribution. If you earn 85,000 euro, and when I mean earn, I mean you have to do the electronic invoice, but yeah, that's maybe for another video. So if we say at the end, the taxes divided by your income, you will end up paying 24.23% of taxes. Let's say 25. The only thing of this tax regime, unfortunately, is that after 5 years you have to pay 15% of taxes. So this will be a little bit higher. This would be exactly 32% after 5 years. But please note that this is not a company. This is you as an independent. So you pay, you know that if you earn 10, 25 goes to the government and the rest is all yours. Okay? The same logic can apply if here I would put 10,000 euro, etc., etc. You see? It's the same percentage, of course. Because here we are not doing the tax bracket. Maybe next time I will also show you the simulation of the impatriate regime. I will also give you a tip here. Another good news: the social contribution can be deducted after being paid the first year. So those taxes can be deducted with this profit the year after. So at the end of the day, that's why we say we end up to 20% on taxes. But since that the first years you don't see it, we have the the safe side to not showing you a too low tax rate. Okay. Of course, there can be other taxes that you are not seeing here, like municipal tax, communal, like the municipality tax. Those, let's say, in terms of hundreds of euro, that may be also. But I already compensated a lot because here, let's say, this would have been 20. So this is the percentage that you will see the first year. At the end of the day, it will be lower. It will 10 to 20% plus maybe some hundreds euro for the municipal tax. The needs, as I said here, for this client need to be analyzed when filing the tax return. Now, consider one thing. This is a tax simulation we did for a client, for two people, and we also did another file, which of course I'm not showing you all the tax simulation, but they had a lot of sources of income, and those other sources of income, they have nothing to do with the regime forfettario. So it's not that you will put this is the number one mistake that I see, no? People put everything in this 85. No, this video refers only for the professional activity, working activity, and not for the other type of business, like, I don't know, dividends, if you have a company abroad, houses, real estates, crypto. No, this is just a way to minimize taxes if you work as a freelance in Italy and you earn less than 85,000 euro. Okay, so this was the goal of this video. I hope that it's clear. I invite you to watch the video multiple times because you can take notes. I'm not sharing this file with anyone, so please don't ask me, because this is just a file that we do for the clients. Unless you pay a consulting call, of course, unless you pay a tax simulation, maybe you will see for the Forfettario regime the same draft but with the numbers that you say. And I also, for each client here, I put several notes. Maybe sometimes they say if we have to combine all the types of income. But please don't ask me this simulation because we don't share it for free. But on the other hand, it's not difficult. You can just have a look and have a first clue of how many taxes will you pay in Italy if you are moving this year. Remember that last thing of this video, 85,000 means that you can invoice per month more or less 7,000 euro. So if you move, for instance, in January, in January you can do 85,000. If you move in December, you can 2025. Let's say you cannot invoice 85,000 euro. No, because it's 85 based on a 12-month staying in the Italian territory, in the great nation of Italy. Okay, maybe. You are also living where I'm from, in Abruzzo, or you are thinking, because I showed you a little bit. And by the way, guys, I will be in Abruzzo from June 1st of June to the 8th of June. So maybe I will, for sure, I will do a couple of videos, will show you around. Also, I will talk about investments in real estate, etc., etc. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. In the description, you can find all the link to book a call with us. And also, in the description, you can also find the link of our tax academy. We did a video course in how to invest in real estate in Italy. But for all the info, you can just, if you are not sure what type of services you need, you can send us an email at info@esentaxa.com. I repeat it, info@esentaxa.com. So until next time, Fausto Carnevale, enjoy your stay in Italy.